Chapter 282. At this moment, the mother of the Blood Crow and the Fire Phoenix from Misty Mountain encountered each other, and immediately, they exchanged fiery glances. The Mother Crow, as fierce as a butcher, without saying a word, shrieked and flapped its wings, releasing dozens of sharp, dark spiritual energies. The Phoenix responded by spewing a stream of golden spiritual energy from its mouth. This Blood Crow, originally the most ferocious bird of the 10 coastal nations, wherever it went, brought death to countless lives, leaving 100,000 people as its prey, and terrifyingly, none survived. Ironically, the more people it devoured, the stronger it became, to the point that the 10-nation alliance had to cooperate with the Federation of China, but still could not kill it. The strength of the Blood Crow even reached the level of a world-class Grade 10 disaster, and at the place where the two birds were fighting, thick smoke filled the air. Suddenly, a large, swirling flame appeared on the rocky mountainside. The one who arrived was none other than Isa, who had used her flame teleportation technique. As soon as she arrived, Isa was shocked. She saw the giant crow seem to be at a disadvantage, clinging to the ground. The mother crow, with its beak severed, was gasping for breath, with its blood splattered everywhere. Meanwhile, the phoenix kept stomping on its body, its sharp claws digging into the crow, then slamming its entire body to the ground. A Grade 10 disaster for humanity? The phoenix clearly didn't care and successfully proved who was truly the master here. At this moment, Isa, the first representative of the divine tree, spoke. "Indeed worthy of being the second fiercest creature on the continent, you have easily defeated the Blood Crow of the 10-nation alliance." The phoenix replied. "I am merely following my master's orders." But right at that moment, the mother crow let out a heart-wrenching scream, and its entire body emitted a dazzling red glow. Immediately after, the scattered crow corpses began to respond, collectively releasing red spiritual energy into the sky. The remaining spiritual energy of the mother crow also shot upwards, but the phoenix was not surprised, clearly knowing this was the real challenge. Isa understood the situation too, seeing that the Blood Crow's energy had begun transferring elsewhere. The real battle was just beginning. On the moon, a crow there suddenly exclaimed, "It's here! I can feel the strength of the mother's body surging into me." The divine tree quickly commanded, "Now is your only chance. Fight for dominance over your mother's body. Do not let her soul seize your physical form." Then, a column of red spiritual energy shot down from the sky into the crow, and the struggle for control began. A painful fight where the crow could only scream and roll its eyes. Meanwhile, back at the mother crow's location, it spread its wings wide. With all its strength, it shrieked as if desperately grasping for its last chance at resurrection. Naturally, if it failed, it was the end for it. Its power and position as the mother crow would be passed on to another. At this moment, the phoenix could do nothing, unable to intervene, merely watching as the mother crow shrank in size. Clearly, the crow's master had begun taking action. The other crow let out a piercing scream and soared into the sky. In its spiritual space, it stood before the soul of the mother crow, both of them confronting each other. The mother crow quickly recognized the rebellious intent of the younger crow, her eyes narrowing in anger and reproach. The younger crow pleaded, "Mother, please bestow your power upon me, and I will lead the family to the highest peak." The mother crow let out a cruel, contemptuous smile and declared, "Stop dreaming! Surrender your body to me now!" The younger crow, with nothing left to say, bid farewell to its selfish mother. Then, in the spiritual energy surrounding the black crow, a sharp cut appeared, triggering a violent reaction. Even from Earth, the moon looked blood-red that night. The explosion of spiritual energy created a massive cloud of dust, and the divine tree coughed violently, asking, "Has it succeeded?" Through the dust, the glowing eyes of the crow slowly emerged. It let out a deafening scream, opening its mouth wide, revealing a golden eye within. Its body had transformed, now with 2 enormous, blood-red wings. The divine tree quickly realized that the younger crow had won, gaining another powerful ally. Clearly, the new mother crow was different from the original. It had 3 eyes, but the third eye was inside its mouth. Someone commented it resembled an anus? I'm not sure. The stats appeared. Immortal Blood Crow, Supernatural Level 4, Innate Talent, 1 Immortal Blood Crow, A beast composed of millions of blood crows, each controlled by the strongest consciousness among them. Special abilities, thousands of clones, every feather can transform into a blood crow. Sense of doom, can perceive death and disaster. Screech, the unique screech of the blood crow is powerful enough to tear apart souls. Sacrifice, can sacrifice one clone to recover from injuries, returning to its strongest form. Cursed eyes, eyes filled with a curse, glaring with deep hatred toward the opponent. The divine tree was thrilled, knowing this beast could sacrifice one clone to transfer its injuries and restore itself to its strongest form. In short, the wounds were transferred elsewhere, a truly difficult power to deal with. Of course, the divine tree also knew that if it faced an overwhelmingly powerful mutant beast, this ability wouldn't be very effective. For example, if an enemy could kill it in one hit, there would be no way to transfer the injuries. To make it unbeatable, its defense needed to be reinforced to a certain level. Then the divine tree turned to the new Mother Crow, declaring, "Keep growing stronger. The path ahead is one you must walk alone." The Mother Crow replied, "Yes." Then it immediately produced dozens of other crows, all of which flew around wildly, causing a great commotion. Afterward, they all perched on a branch. Oh no, they all perched on the divine tree itself. "Be mindful of where you go to the bathroom." At that moment, Cheesy arrived, proudly showing off a spirit stone he had just dug up, exclaiming to the divine tree that he had found it here. The divine tree's eyes flashed with anger, shouting that the stone was planted there by the divine tree itself. Cheesy's hair stood on end. "Damn it! What is this?" Hundreds of blood-red eyes were staring at him. Suddenly, two more spiritual energy sources, one black and one pink, appeared on the horizon. The divine tree recognized them immediately. It was the purple tiger and the floral butterfly, what had brought them here. Upon arrival, the two respectfully greeted their master. The divine tree had to commend them. It was impressive that within just 7 days, they had absorbed all the elemental fruits and even advanced to 4th order. Seeing the potential of Misty Mountain increase significantly, the divine tree should have been happy, but for some reason, it wasn't. A strange, unsettling feeling lingered in its heart. Ever since opening its eye of omniscience, the divine tree's ability to sense spiritual energy and premonitions had advanced dramatically, but no specific records had been made. At that moment, deep in the universe, hundreds of meteorites, both large and small, were hurtling toward them, and one of them had several holes in it. Were these aiming for Earth or the Moon? End of chapter 282.